All right, folks, we are about 8 minutes late, but we are actually live. It has been quite the challenge when you're running and gunning out in the middle of the woods and you're working with Starlink and cell phone service plans and everything else. It gets a little hectic. It has been a fantastic day. We're currently sitting in Cave Springs, Georgia. It is simply gorgeous out here. If you've never been to Cave Springs, it was a resort town back in the day. The whole town is fed by this natural spring. There's a huge community swimming pool over there, which is fed by the spring. There's water fountains around town that are fed by that spring. It's almost like being in Rome, Italy, where there's water is public available for everyone. It's really, really cool. So I hope all of you have had a great day. The runners have had a great day as well. It's got a little warm today, but overall, I think everybody's been doing really well. We have had a couple drops, unfortunately, but for the folks who have made it to Cave Springs, which is the halfway point, we are at the 100-mile spot. Tomorrow at noon, the 100-milers who will be joining the event will actually start right here, and we'll have live coverage of that as well. But it is, a really cool spot. It's a really fun environment, and if you ever get a chance to come out here and check it out, I encourage you to do so, especially if you're in the middle of a race. This has been fantastic. So today, I was hopping all over the place. I have been from Johns Mountain to High Point, all the way out to Cave Springs, to a couple of the aid stations along the way. I've been out on the trails trying to catch runners as well. And I'm going to share some of that here in just a few minutes. I'm trying to do something a little bit different. We're trying to give some behind the scenes, not just on the runners, but on crews, on aid stations. What does it take to put on an event like this? It's not an easy endeavor. I mean, when you're talking about 200 miles, the permitting, making sure the roads are clear when you have to cross, making sure all the trails are marked properly, making sure there is a ton of resources for the runners when they come into these stations, and providing for their crews who are trying to help the runners along the way. Again, a huge undertaking. David Tosh, along with Todd Henderson, and then his massive army of volunteers have been making it happen so far, and it's been really cool to watch. Before we do anything, I'm going to get into a leaderboard. I didn't create a graphic for this because it's been changing so much, but I'm going to read it to you very quickly. So right now, we still have Michael Carson in first place. He's not quite on the record pace. He's a little bit behind that, but there's still 100 miles to go, or at least in his case, 80 miles to go. He's at mile 121. Second place is Kyle Wadiak. He is at 109. Thomas Noonan is at 108. Emily Flynn is 108. Erica Nutini is 107. Adam Jessica is 106. And by the way, can we say that in the top six overall, 2 are female? How about that? Pretty amazing girl power, killing it. I'm digging it. Ben Woodward is at mile 100. Justin Hitchcock is at 100. Kenneth Anderlich is at 100. Sarah Wallace is at 100. Odds are they're all right here around me somewhere, probably taking a nap, getting some food, taking it easy. The Cave Springs aid station is a big one. We have sleeping tents. There's a huge tent behind me that has all kinds of food. There's a huge pavilion in front of me which has drop bags and tables and more food. It's a big spot. A lot of folks make it to the halfway point, and they'll spend quite a bit of time here. Many will even spend the night before they get up and continue on tomorrow morning. We have Mark Demveld at 96, Alexa Hasman, at 96, Sean Camfield at 96, Mike Reyes at 92, Ken Walters at 92, Shannon Ellis at 92, Jennifer Smithson at 90, Ben Hood at 89, Josiah Dutcher at 89, Andrew Barney at 88.9, Chad Ward is at 87.6, Larkin Waters at 86.5, Mark Porter at 83, Troy Nixon at 77, Jeffrey Wolf at 76.9, Ian Kraminski at 76.5, Caleb Fitzgerald at 75.9, Chris Osgo at 75, Victoria Kendra at 74.5. I know I'm rattling off numbers, but if I don't say the names, people get upset, so I want to make sure we get everybody. I don't know where it was. Oh, Robin Biren is at 74.5. Brittany LaPointe at 73.6. Tracy Keaton at 73.4. Walter Handloser at 72.8. Guy Brulette is at 70. Tony McCarthy is at 68.2. Whew, that's a lot of folks. They're still killing it out there. They're doing great. So like I said, there's a lot of folks out here who are supporting their runners. There's a lot of volunteers who are supporting the race and the runners as well. So I got some video today, and I talked to a few people, and I'm going to share that with you. First up, we're going to talk about what it's like to be a crew member. Often it's said that being a crew member is harder than running. As someone who's done 100 milers, as somebody who's paced 100 milers, as somebody who's worked at crews 100 milers, running is just kind of easy. And I don't mean that in the physical sense. I mean, you just have to focus on the trail and run and make sure you get nutrition in and take care of issues. But being a crew member, chasing your runner around, trying to make sure you time it correctly, freaking out that you might miss your runner at an aid station and they might miss out on something they need is nerve-wracking. And then as a volunteer at an aid station, you're doing your best to provide everything because you don't want any runner to go at any point in time with something they don't need, with something they need, sorry. All right, so here's somebody I talked to at the High Point aid station. This is Karen. So I'm gonna let Karen do the talking for us for a second, so enjoy. So what does it take to crew someone who's running a 200 miler? What do you have to pack when you're running a 200 miler as a crew member? And is it any fun? Hi.
Hi.
Tell me your name.
My name is Karen Oding.
Karen, why are you out here, Karen?
Well, my husband is doing the 200-mile distance.
Nice. Is this his first 200 miler?
It is his first 200 miler, but not our first ultra.
Well, everybody wants to know, everybody talks about the runners. They talk about how hard it is to run 200 miles, but very few people talk about how hard it is to crew a 200-mile person.
That is a good question.
So tell me, what is your thought process? What was your planning? And then let's talk about your van a little bit.
Yeah, so the van is actually more for us than it is for Tony. He is thinking he's going to sleep in it a couple times, and he did definitely crash face down on my air mattress last night when he came in. But the van was actually to make our lives a lot easier and more comfortable. And
Nice.
it has
Can we
a
take a
lot
look?
of room for all of our stuff. So this is enough for Tony to do 200 miles plus all of my stuff and stuff for 2 pacers.
Well, give me some idea of what I'm looking at here.
Okay, so basically it is bins of stuff that is for Tony, Tony's food, first aid. Then we're getting into, we had to throw some pacer stuff in here at the last minute. So this is stuff for our personal belongings of one of our pacers who's coming along shortly. And as we start heading back, we're getting into like camping gear for myself and our crew. So as you can tell, Tony's stuff is not a lot. This is like all we really need for him. All of that is to basically camp in the middle of nowhere and in a van for 4 days.
That is awesome. Well, thank you for sharing that.
Absolutely.
And so what do we have here? We have a Sprinter van?
It is the Dodge ProMaster, and it is extra tall. That's probably not the official term for it, but it is the tall version, so we can stand up completely inside of it. And we have an air mattress, so everything's in here like this for travel, but we can stack it up and move it to the sides and put an air mattress down, make it nice and cozy. We can actually put chairs in here and treat it like a living room like we did when it was very cold last night. Now the weather's beautiful. We'll put our stuff out here.
Fantastic. Well, Karen, thank you for sharing.
Of course.
I think that's a great look inside what goes into putting together a crew team
Yeah.
and everything else. And good luck to Tony. We'll check in on him when he gets here.
Okay. We all are interested to see what state he's in.
He's going to be great.
Thank you.
So there you go. So that was Karen. You saw the size of that van. There was so much stuff in there for one person, but it's not really for one person. It's for the crew. It's for everyone else. So you are a moving campground, basically. And Karen was telling me that they actually had done this before in smaller vehicles, and they finally couldn't take it anymore. So they got the Sprinter, they went all in, and they said it's changed their life. So how cool was that, right? So very quickly, before I move into something else, I want to give you a quick update on the weather. So it is currently 70 degrees in Cave Springs and sunny. It's lovely. It's a nice spring day at the moment. Tonight, the overnight is going to be about 42, so it's going to be very pleasant as well. This might be the end of it, though. I think tomorrow into Saturday and then to Sunday, for those of you who are still running, it's going to start getting a little bit warmer. They're saying close to 80 degrees by Sunday. The race officially ends at 4 p.m. on Sunday, and it's going to be warm. So hopefully most of the folks will have been through at that point. All right, so we just talked about crews. We talked about what it takes to support a runner. So let's pivot to an aid station. What does it take to put on an aid station? How much work is involved, and what do they provide to make sure that people at the Southern States 200 are having a great time? So I want you to meet Chet. Chet was at the High Point aid station, and he's going to give you the lowdown on what it takes to be an aid station captain. Hey guys, I'm here at the High Point aid station. We're about mile 70 in the Southern States 200, and I'm standing here with the High Point aid station captain. Who do we have here?
Hi, I'm Chet Kemp from Rome, Georgia. We have been setting up this particular aid station for 3 years, and just enjoy getting out here and supporting runners, helping people do hard things, and solving problems.
So Chet, when you set up an aid station like this, how early do you have to get out here? How long have you been here?
So we've been here since about 7 o'clock yesterday. We bring a little bit more equipment because we want to make sure that we can cook food as fast as possible. So we bring some of our own setup. So we get here a little bit early, and then the Southern States 200 equipment came in about 10:30, and we were ready to receive our first runner by 12:30 last night.
Fantastic. Well, you said you have all kinds of good food in there. Can you show me? Can we walk in there and take a look?
Oh, absolutely. We're getting kind of low right now. We only have 10 more runners to come through.
So what are we looking at here? So we have hot food if we need it.
We have hot food, and what we do is we have sometimes electricity is hard to come by. And so what we'll do is we'll bring our own griddle and our own stove, and we'll make hot food like quesadillas, bacon cheeseburgers. Breakfast was a big item this morning. We try to make sure that they get some carbs and proteins and something that tastes good.
Very nice. And then what if you don't want any hot food? What else do we have over here?
We've got some normal snack stuff. We can make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Pickles are normally a favorite. It was cold last night, so people didn't go through that many pickles. But when it's hot, we have that. We have some fresh fruit, and then just some cookies, peanut butter and jelly.
Nice.
That sort of thing.
And you said we have about 10 more runners to go until this aid station will close up. How has everyone looked so far coming through?
Everybody has been looking good. You see a lot of the tightness. I think a lot of people have some issues because the trails are not exactly even. They're fighting through leaves, and they're fighting through rock gardens that are under those leaves. And so they're rolling their feet in strange things while they're trying to maintain a pace. And so I think that it's just the leg tightness is the thing that we have seen the most. Actually, this year, the feet have been looking much, much better than previous years. And everybody has been taking care of their feet. And so we think that they got what they need to finish the race.
Fantastic. Chet, we really appreciate you being out here. We know you're taking care of our runners.
Well, thank you, sir. Thanks for giving me the opportunity.
So that was Chet. How cool is that, right? You can tell he's passionate about what he does. He really takes care of the runners. He makes sure that the volunteers out there are servicing the runners as well. I mean, it's a labor of love. The guy who's been out there for 2 days working nonstop. And I love that he said he brings his own equipment to supplement the race equipment just to make sure everybody has what they need. You know, interestingly enough, he was mentioning feet, and we're going to get into a video here in a second. We'll show you the sights and sounds from today, and we'll show some runners running and some beautiful scenery. You're probably going to see some feet as well, because that's part of ultra running, right? When you're out here, you're running 100 miles to get to Cave Springs, then another 100 miles to get to Cheaha, your feet are going to take a beating. How you manage your feet is probably one of the most important things you can do. And we'll talk more about that later, and have an interesting interview I'm going to have set up a couple days from now. So in the short term, let me leave you with a video. It's, you know, when we talk, yesterday I was talking about the Pinhoti and how beautiful it is. I cannot stress to you how gorgeous it is out here, from the waters to the mountains to the trails. I think the video barely does it justice. So let me play a little video for you here. It's some of the things I shot today, some of the things I saw. I hope you enjoyed as much as I did. Take a look.
That is a tough section.
Tell me why.
7 miles, and it's like 2,800 feet of gain. So my crew, I asked him what it was. My crew said, he goes, hold on, let me look, and then never answered the question. So I figured, so I got to thinking about it because you have a while to think, and I was like, you know what? He didn't tell me because it's the hardest section. So anyway.
Well, you made it in,
I made it in.
and you look
Yeah.
good.
Thank you.
All right, buddy.
I was right up next to that tower.
Ooh,
Just below it.
good.
It's pretty cool.
And now,
So you have to zigzag back and forth and down, so it's pretty steep.
so all switchbacks all the way down.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Just good stuff on the quads.
Time. Oh man. Yeah.
All right, go get it taken care of, man. How are you feeling?
I'm good. Get ready to run this section. Yeah, I can probably go.
Carry it.
This man knows what's up. Uncrustables are the way to go.
Yeah.
I've survived many a race on those.
A lot of calories and a small amount of food.
And it tastes good. In the heart of the summer, we like to freeze them, throw them in our pack, and by the time you eat them, they've defrosted a little bit. And how are you guys doing?
We're doing great. Yeah.
Surviving.
Just surviving. We were talking earlier to this crew that a lot of people don't understand that crewing is almost harder than running, right?
Yeah, we're finally getting it down after a few. He does some on his own. He does some 100 milers on his own. But
Nice.
feels bad. All the weight kilos just I gain. I get the reverse formula going. I can't get it right.
The only solution is you start running while he takes a break.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
Pretty good.
You
Had a rough night last night, but recovered.
So tell me what made it rough.
So I always get nausea. So I had 25 nasty miles where I couldn't keep anything down. So
That's the worst. So how'd you turn the corner?
my body just resets after a while. Don't really know why, but it just does. And it did at pretty much the last aid station. So
Nice.
good to go now.
Awesome. Well, we will see you down the trail a little farther.
my K-tape is me. Ready for you?
Oh, the sexy part of ultra running.
Yeah. Culprits. Popping blisters.
So how are your feet holding up?
Feet have blisters.
Is that-
Sore.
Is that normal for you, or is this something
It's
new?
normal.
Okay.
A little knee issue here. It's not normal. We're just beat up right now.
The good news is it's half over. You only have half the fun left, right?
He's got a rally in. I appreciate it.
One of the beautiful things about ultras is one moment you feel great, the next you feel terrible.
Right. Plus, worst case scenario, you lay down for 2-3 hours. and
Remember,
rest,
you
right?
said you weren't going to get back in the car till the finish. Till you got back to Alabama
Did I
when
say
you
that?
started.
That means it's a long walk home.
I told him we can't take him back. It's going to be like 4 or 5 hours to the ride. So.
Awesome. Well, you guys
We
are looking
tell
great.
everybody, even though we got cars here. We're like, you can't
Absolutely.
go. You can't drop.
should not have that on camera.
Get more doses in if you alternate them.
Talking about ibuprofen
But you
and
need to
Tylenol.
be well hydrated. If you're gonna take a long
So how
time
are we
on
feeling?
When I did Fall State, I popped Tylenol like fairly often. I'm holding up okay. I'm doing okay right now. I just talked to my coach. Yeah, like last night and a little bit on this section, I was doing a little hallucinating, getting a little cranky. But I just had some pizza rolls, so everything's okay now.
Life is good again.
Yeah.
Did you have any fun hallucinations?
I saw a kangaroo, saw some dogs, and I saw an aid station that wasn't there. That wasn't very fun.
Awesome. Well, you're doing great. Keep it up.
Thank you.
How are you feeling?
I'm a little on the struggle bus. I think I just don't have energy.
Well, these folks have everything you need in the
Yeah.
State Station. How was last night?
Actually, it was okay. The morning, I did the that one with all the climbing right in the morning. That one was
Not fun.
rough.
Well, you're killing it. Get in there and get taken care of. How are you doing?
Doing good, man. This is my second time pacing Jen. I paced her at Cocodona last year.
Nice.
Here we are again. So
Nice. So, as a pacer, what's your analysis? How's she doing?
she's doing fantastic. I like to say, as long as their attitude is up, I think that's one of the most important things. Like physically, they can get it done, but they'll quit up here before they quit down here. So
No doubt.
she's good.
Well, keep up the good work.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for being here.
Down there 2 miles and didn't see you. I'm like, dang it, I missed him.
Wow.
I should have stayed with you.
Hey man, thanks for being out here.
How are you feeling?
Honestly, I feel great. My feet are sore, but other than that, I feel phenomenal.
Nice.
There's a couple guys with decent close behind me.
Well, you are hiking at a great clip, so nice job.
Oh, thanks, man. Beautiful day, honestly.
No, it is really nice. As long as that breeze keeps going, it's lovely.
Yeah.
How'd you handle the nighttime?
The last section was really hard, honestly. I think a lot of us got a respiratory infection because of I guess the pollen and stuff, so it was rough.
Oh, goodness.
Hey, what's up? I'm 19. Welcome. I'm about to put on those in about an hour. Hey, man. Hey, guys, what's up? How far is the quote-unquote gas station? That's 2.5 miles. Okay, cool.
My GPS told me 2.6 when I went there.
Oh, it's okay. Is that a chocolate cookie? Can I have one of those? And then can I have a I'm 19. Okay. Thank you so much for being out here in the middle of nowhere. Where are we at? Like in relation to like the world? We're in Georgia still, right?
Yes, Lavender, Georgia.
Where's that?
I don't know.
Near
I
Rome.
just drove here.
Oh, Rome. Okay.
How you doing, sir?
Oh, living the dream.
You look good. Good hiking pace.
Yeah, we only have 120 miles to go.
Dude, half the fun's already over.
No, not quite half.
How was last night?
It was pretty cold. I was surprised how cold it was. I thought it wouldn't be as nippy, but it was.
Well,
I was fine.
I think that is done. From
Yeah,
here
I
out,
think
it's
we're
just
done
going to
with the
start getting
cold, and
warmer.
I can't wait for tomorrow to see how hot it gets.
So as we get closer to Cheaha, it's going to be high 70s, possibly 80 on Sunday.
Well, I plan to be finished before Sunday.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
All right, let's both ways here. Nice work, my friend.
Thank you.
We gave your bagpipes a lot of love on the show the other day.
Oh.
Welcome.
Y'all are looking good. Be careful with the folks out here.
Now we're trying. Man.
It's kind of scary.
Thanks, man.
So we'll see you down the road.
All right.
Look good, my man.
Much better.
Nice.
Yeah, you gotta love it. You got a tape job.
Be safe out here.
Thank you.
You look great, guys. You look great.
I'm sure. Yeah.
How the feet?
They're doing pretty good. I've only got one blister.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. I popped it, put some tape over it, put some tape on the other side of it. It's like in between. It's like on my big toe.
Yeah.
In between my big toe and my second toe.
Yeah.
And I popped it, drained it, taped over it, and then taped over the other toe because as soon as you tape over one of them, then the other one's gonna get.
Create the friction point and pressure point.
Right.
All right. Well.
Well, I hear that you're the guy to talk to if you need anything done about your feet. So.
I do feet, joints.
It's been out and dying.
Like 7 kilometers ago.
Oh.
No one throws water balls in the ditch. Oh yeah. By like probably almost a liter.
On that pavement, no less. That's
Yeah, right?
Right. That's hot out there. How were the cars? Were the cars respectful at least?
Yeah, they're fine.
Okay.
The semis are with the big logs.
Oh yeah, that's scary, right?
You're kind of in your own world, and then you like look up and it's like.
Nice work.
That was hard. That was the hardest leg for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and thankfully the next little bit is, I've heard, nice and smooth, pine straw.
The back half is runnable for sure.
Yes. Do you any hot food?
No, I just need a moment in the
Okay.
quiet.
Okay.
Thank you.
Perfect.
I'll come over and holler in a minute.
Awesome. Nice job, man. We're gonna let you get rested up.
Thank you.
How you feeling, man?
That road.
It's tough. 20 miles of pavement will eat you up.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of cover out there either. Oh man, you feel great.
Yeah.
I don't want to swim.
So tell me, what's your plan for Cave Springs? Are you planning to stay put for a while, or are you trying to bounce out of here?
I will probably stay put. That sun beat me down a little bit.
Awesome. Well, you picked a great spot. It's beautiful. They have everything you need here. There's a sleeping tent back there as well. So chill out and let your crew take care of you. Keep it up, man. You're finally off the pavement.
I know, right? My feet are so happy. Do you want us to get any food started up for you? Oh, he's right here for you.
So we're here 37 guys.
Did you ever find him right here?
So he dropped.
Oh,
yeah, I think
okay.
there's a tracker he's sitting up there.
What was his name?
Ben Woodard.
Is that what you want? That's what I was guessing. But do you want to lay down in the sleep tent?
Does anyone know how hot it is in there? How hot it is? And what is the other option? I think it's just next to the car.
warmer than up here. Do you want me to make you a bed in the car? Or and we'll roll down the windows?
Yeah, that or just like literally.
Let me do it this way.
Okay.
Hope you're okay with the video.
Yeah, I'm just great.
I'm hoping to see a big old blister or something really fun.
Okay, I think it was here 2 years ago. I'm pretty sure that I might even have been Todd Henderson. But even if it wasn't, let's just say it was. He popped one of my blisters and it squirted him in the face. In the mouth, maybe. Actually, it wasn't him. It was a guy at Mouse 16.
Look at how good we're taking care of
Your feet look amazing.
I have really good foot care people. But this is what happened 2 years ago. It sprayed in someone's mouth.
Well, because they don't want to get sprayed in the face. That's why they're taking care of your feet.
Right, exactly. Because we've heard the story. Sorry.
How are you feeling overall?
I haven't slept yet.
Okay.
So I'm real ready for that. But I feel, I would say good. Yeah.
Well, Cave Springs is a great spot to recuperate, as you know.
Yeah. I slept here 2 years ago.
Oh, there you
and,
go.
I think in that RV.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure. And Emily, is it Emily Finn's RV? Do you know?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. She was my pacer last year out of here.
Oh, okay.
Or 2 years ago.
Well, awesome. You look great. Keep it
Thanks.
up. We'll catch you when you're leaving.
Sounds great. Well, after naps, it'll be a while.
After naps.
It's okay. It doesn't hurt. It was tickle.
So there you go, folks. That was quite the look back for today. Like I said, I covered quite a bit of territory. The runners I obviously covered just as much on foot. I did it by car, so I had the easy job. Really fun time, really good experience. This is going to be kind of a quiet night. I have a sense that the next 15, 16 people who show up are probably going to spend the night here. So we will be doing another broadcast tomorrow morning from the same location. Then we will do the launch of the 100 mile at 12 o'clock. At that point, I'll slide on down the road and see if I can't get out in front of Michael and catch the leaders way out in front and figure out our next location. So thanks for tuning in. You know, just like everything else in the world, between technology and running and gunning with Starlink and cameras and equipment, it works 80 to 90% of the time. 10% of the time it doesn't work. Thanks for being patient. You know, last year we streamed the entire thing live and it was just such a massive undertaking. So this year we're trying to condense everything into these little shows. And as we go through the weekend, the shows get a lot more exciting. The videos get a little bit longer because you're seeing a lot more interesting things. So again, thanks for tuning in. It is now 10 after the hour, so we're going to sign off and we will see you guys tomorrow at 9:30. Hope everybody has a good night. We'll keep you updated. Take care.